Same TR.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're back. And I got an all-star panel here. Thank you. And we're just going to jump right into this. I'm going to let everybody do an intro, and I'm going to go this way. I'm going to start with a Scotsman. Would you like to do an intro?
Appreciate the link as always, brother. It's always good to be here. It's been a while since I've been here, but that's neither here nor there. We've all been busy. We get it. But it's a pleasure to be here. Appreciate the link, and good to see everyone in the side chat.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, man. Rosie, what? You know, let me skip Rosie because
skip me because I'll talk too long and everything and everything.
I'll come back to you last. Okay. That's the way I've normally done it. So, Rick, is your six covered?
You take 2 weeks off and then you forget how you do this shit. What the hell? Hey, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for supporting TR and his chat again. Obviously, he's been gone for 2 weeks, as you can tell. But thanks for showing up.
Thanks, man. Pop's Quest. Would you like to do an intro?
Yeah, I'll do a quick one. I appreciate you having me on. I don't always get on these chats because they're Tuesday, you know, and I appreciate you bringing them back. It's tough for me to get on them because I'm usually working. Tuesday's bad, but I always lay in bed, and this is going to sound really gay, but I always usually fall asleep listening to your chats and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm glad you're back on. I don't always get to participate, but I'm glad I'm here tonight. I'm not working tomorrow, which is a good and a bad thing with Florence coming in, but whatever the hell it is, I'm ready and able, and I appreciate you having me. So.
Well, thanks for jumping in when you can. I know it's Tuesday's a hard night for most people, so I never get offended if you can't come home. Daniel, would you like to do an intro?
Well, I just want to thank you for the invite there, TR. Welcome back. We missed you, and I'm here to eat Oreos and talk smack, and this is my last Oreo.
Better talk with smack real quick.
All right, Rosie, would you like to do an intro? And I just want to say thanks for coming back in. I know you took a little vacation there, and I appreciate you coming back to the chats.
Well, it's a good day to be back, huh? 9/11 anniversary day. I hope everybody's flying their flag out there. We sure do with pride here. And did a couple special uploads this morning. It's great to be back, TR. You know, even though I wasn't on the panel for a few months, I was listening on Tuesday nights. And as you know, you only took 2 weeks off, but you know, I took 3 months off, and it was really refreshing. I got a lot of stuff done at the place here, and it kind of rejuvenated me with fall coming up. And I got a lot of messages from people on the Tuesday night chat, and then I kind of panicked a little bit when I thought you might be ending the Tuesday night chats, and I think I left a comment to the effect that it's really a good chat. It's really a nice place that people can come to and exchange ideas and not get beaten down and not get to have an exchange of opinions and engage in it once in a while. So I really I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad you're still doing it. I think everybody needs to take a break from chats once in a while. It's very, very refreshing. So, yeah, thank you. Glad to be back.
Well, that's good to have you back. We talked just a little bit before we went live. The one thing I wanted to mention a little bit was being this 9/11 anniversary is how quickly the United States, not as a whole, but in general, as far as left versus right, conservative, however you want to slice and dice it up, how we went from after 9/11 being patriotic, being proud of the flag, being proud of our military, our police, our firefighters, our country, period, and everybody flew an American flag, to now it's okay to piss on the flag, burn the flag, kneel while the national anthem is being played. And in that short time span, how quickly we flipped the coin and went 90 degrees the other way. it just amazes me. And with that, I'll leave it to anybody else. That's about all I can
It's
say.
insane. So for me, 9/11 happened when I was still back home. And you can see behind me, I fly both flags because I'm proud of where I came from and I'm proud of where I'm at. Now, when 9/11 hit, I was still in college and I got home and it was on the TV, and the buildings were falling and all of that stuff. But what I saw and what I want everyone to take away from this was I saw a nation come together, stand up and say, we will not falter and we will not stand for this. They came together and did what had to be done.
Yeah, I'm curious, like Linda is, TR, what do we ascribe it to? We know that patriotic things like Pearl Harbor, they naturally bring a lot of people.
I think people got complacent. I don't know if that's the correct term.
I'd be willing to throw fear in there. I think a lot of people, fear will motivate people to come together in a way where, when they become complacent, they then become protectors of their own sort of beliefs. But the amount of fear that was in the air, and I hate to say that as Americans, but I'm just being real here. A lot of people were coming together because, they were just fearful, and sometimes that's good if you can band together and do something good. But we all know that America changed that day, and people went right back into complacency, and we see people non-apologetically not flying the flag and treating it with disrespect. And so with 17 years, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame is what it is.
Pops, don't you think a lot of that can be ascribed to people give some transference of that off of Trump and onto a flag, as if Trump somehow equates with the American flag, which is a good thing. But I see some of these pop-up protests and stuff where they inevitably always grab an American flag and light it on fire and then curse Trump with everything that's wrong with America. And I just, like Linda said, how did all this come about? And, I think a lot of it has to do with the media. And the media feels, for some reason, the media feels like they have to be some perfect counterbalance to the way the rest of America feels. Do you ever notice that they feel like if the country moves to the right, then they just inevitably have to go to the left. And like I've said before, every day I look at Yahoo every morning. It's almost ridiculous.
Well, the pendulum swing is where the story is, right, Rosie?
Yeah, you got the country swings to conservatism, and then the press swings and feels like they have to counterbalance.
Well, if you're always chasing a story, you're just selling ads. That's all. I've always
said the front page of Yahoo just looks like the National Enquirer about Trump and stuff. They've lost all credibility. Not that they ever had that much before, but there's so few news services now that even have a shred of credibility in what they report, and people suck that stuff down like it's gospel and run with that. That's what I think is going on.
Well, if you look at it, I don't know about you guys, but when I log in and I hit my Internet Explorer, it pops up. It's got the news feeds, and it runs through them all. You got CNN and all the other ones, and they all pop up right there. Half of what's there is all false, but it immediately pops up when I open the browser. How many people actually click on that and believe it?
Yeah, false news, sponsored content. And the little sponsor's so tiny or so ghosted out that you can barely see it on the store.
I don't have any news media on my browser. When I click on my webmail, there's no pop-ups, there's no nothing. I read my email and I choose what I watch, and I don't click on any news sources whatsoever. Literally everything I hear is from my friends and YouTube. So.
And the thing that really baffles me is, it's never been easier to get a job. Yeah, there's Swiss cheese, there's problems here and there, but people are generally pretty good about the economy right now. And in most times in our history, that's equated to a feel-good factor for the presidency. We're not seeing that this time. So I'm very interested in seeing what the midterm elections are going to bring. in terms of any switch of balance of power in the Senate and in the House.
Well, SoCal made a good statement out there earlier or a little bit ago. I think the political correctness, I understand political correctness, but they took it to the nth degree. They took it too far to the point to where, you know, if it's not politically correct, it's incorrect. You know, like nothing is like, you can't fly an American flag because you're not making a some kind of statement or something that is negative almost. You know, or not negative, but to the right of center or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but I do think the political correctness we have took way too far
within the things they're looking for is what you're trying to say. It really doesn't fall within the span of, well, we're looking here or we're looking there or this is what we're trying to promote right now. It doesn't fall within that.
But political correctness is another phrase for weakness. If you think about it, if you're being politically correct, you're just weak. Your beliefs are weak because you won't stand for anything, and you're just gonna cave for everything. You're just gonna let anything that blows in on a fucking little dandelion or daffodil or whatever the fuck it is, you're gonna let it have meaning. That means you stand for nothing. Like every little thing has meaning. No, that's not the case. Half of the shit we shouldn't even care about. But political correctness is weakness. And the more politically correct we are as a nation, the weaker we are. And that's the bottom line. So that's why I reject political correctness at every turn.
Yeah, like I said, you know, it's like it's not. It's only newsworthy if you're making some kind of bold statement, if you're against the grain of America. You know, it's all to that point. I don't know exactly how to put it, but it seems. I agree with SoCal. Well, a lot of people say that, you know, or yourself, Rob, Pops, and you know, they take it too far. You know, hey, what was it, Jim Carrey this past weekend or whatever, talking about we need to accept socialism and quit apologizing for it. It's good for the country. And it's like,
mediocrity.
You, Jim.
Let's celebrate mediocrity. I mean, that's what it is, Pops. It's like we used to encourage winners and everything from athletics to everything else, and everybody felt a natural wind at their back to try to do better. But now we've designed stuff for the low, you know, we cater to the low end now, and we're just truncating a lot of this drive and a lot of the ambition that people have anymore to succeed. Because if we start having socialism, then success is not rewarded, it's taxed as a negative, and it becomes communism. We have equal misery for all. So
if you can sell political correctness, you can sell weakness. If you can sell weakness and make people feel good about it, they will propagate it. And when that happens, you can literally control everything they do. And that's pretty much the way it's heading.
Yeah, not everybody gets a trophy in life, Big Johnson. That's correct. And that makes some people really pissed off.
Yeah, the stuff that's going on in the schools and everything, like, for example, they don't even stand and talk about the flag or do anything like that anymore. There's none of that. I haven't seen that in years, which is total BS. When I first got to this country, one of the coolest things I ever saw was walking into my friend's school, helping them pick their kids up, and when they drop them off, sorry, and when I walked in, they said the Pledge of Allegiance. That was damn cool.
Yeah, I think it's this country shaming, Scott. You know, I think it's this country shaming that we're in this period now.
You see, that's where that politically correctness led into, this country shaming, you know, kneeling for the flag and all this here and saying our founding fathers were just a bunch of slave owners. All that talk is teaching the children of today not to stand up and to be proud of their country and who they are and where they are.
Yes.
So what's the next step?
Same thing as tearing down Confederate Civil War statues. We lose talking points with people when we start tearing down our history, and we we make things super one-sided, as if the Civil War was all about slavery, when in fact it wasn't. It was all about states' rights and the right of states for self-determination. But history wants to twist that the whole thing was over slavery, and it's not true. You know, that's what I don't like. So we start to rewrite history, and then we lose our talking points, and we lose our history, and we lose balance.
Yeah, and they've been pushing the communist agenda for over 100 years in America. It's not anything new. It's just they keep making headway, and now 100 years later, or whatever it's been, it's I won't say it's snowballing, but it's more out in the open, and they're trying to make it trendy to be socialist.
It's strange to me, TR, because you know, when the shit hit the fan in 2008 and we had that terrible crash and stuff, you can understand the forces of communism and Occupy Wall Street and all that kind of stuff. And after the collapse of communism in the 80s, it really reached a low point. But now in the world today, you really have to wonder what the driving influence of that is. And if you think communism is rising again and the principles of it, it's usually found and based in economic depravity, where people sense that the rich get richer and the masses of poor grow. And it's perhaps the case today with you know, people making do with smaller and part-time jobs and trying to stitch stuff together. I can kind of understand that a little bit, but what I don't understand is how anybody could think that communism would have any appeal at this particular point in time, because it's fucked up every place it's ever been tried on the planet. It's self-defeating because nobody's smart enough to perfectly plan the desires and needs of humans, right? So instead of enjoying the free market,
if you feel entitled and you're lazy and you are sold this bill of goods that socialism works, I mean, why not? Why not go for it, right? Because what do you have to lose, right?
Yeah, it has the appeal to the young that are baristas at Starbucks and other places that feel like they're highly educated and they're not getting their proper piece of the pie, and therefore nobody should have a decent. We should all have the same slice of pie, whether we're doing something innovative and great, or whether we're just you know, picking up garbage on the side of the road. And I'm sorry, a free market economy doesn't put rewards out like that. So
careful, Rosie. Don't talk to Pops about Starbucks.
Well, we just went through. I don't want to claim it's a conspiracy theory or anything, but it's kind of hit me as we're talking here. We know. You know, I hate to keep just saying Democrat and Republican, but let's just say, for sake of argument, Obama was a Democrat. You know, they had power. They didn't have full control sometimes. Sometimes they did, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into whether it was on purpose or not, but they do push socialist programs really hard. Does it kind of make sense that they would put more regulations and just constrict our economic growth to the point to not force, but to make socialism more appealing? And that might be why we have so many young people that are just, they're all for it. And now that Trump got in there, flipped the fucking switch, decreased the regulations, decreased taxes, that a lot of things that makes businesses want to invest and want to grow and want to expand. And it's fucking up their whole agenda. Might be one of the reasons they hate them so much.
Well, there's a lot of people are pissed off, that's for sure. You know, there's a lot of pissed off people in this country. I thought people were pissed off when Obama was in, but you know, the groundswell of, and of course media magnifies that tremendously, exponentially. You would think that everybody's ready to pick up tar torches and pitchforks and descend on the White House, and it's not true. It's not true.
The right was never as bad as the left. When Obama was in, we waited our 8 years, stood by and waited for the asshole to leave. And then when Trump got in, all these lefties got all stupid and want to do stupid stuff.
Oh, that's it. They got butthurt.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to push a socialist agenda when your economy is good. When the jobs, there's more jobs than there are people to fill them, qualified people. Let me rephrase that. You know, unemployment across the board is down. Economic growth is beyond what they even hope for. Stock market's hitting damn records all the time. It's hard to push the socialist agenda, so you got to point a finger to a problem that really don't fucking exist. But you can. He's racist. He's a misogynist. He is. He's a liar. But yet your economy's good. You got jobs. You know. So they got to like go hard at it to make them look bad because it's screwing up their whole fucking agenda.
And, I mean, to back you up on that, TR, what is Trump's platform? Make America great again. I mean, he's out there preaching national pride in your country, and then getting the jobs and everything here where people see that they can have a chance and make it. I mean, so they're just doubled their attack. I mean, they're a bunch of rabid, whatever. They're
Yeah,
idiots.
but he's not preaching it. He's freaking doing it.
Exactly.
Let's play devil's advocate. Let's say, okay, he's a liar. He's a cheat. He's done this. He's done that. What fucking president hasn't? The only difference is he's actually making shit happen and making it happen for the right reason.
Yeah, but you only have to prove you're not if you're conservative.
Yeah. Well put, Scott.
Hey, Blue, what's up, man?
Blue.
I don't know. Is it finally working?
Yeah.
Yep.
No shit. Yeah.
Hey, there you are.
It's been a while since the computer's been turned on. It had a buttload of updates to do. So
That's because TR was gone 2 weeks and he couldn't even remember how to do his chat.
That'll teach you not to turn your computer on.
exactly.
Big Johnson says everyone hated Reagan. I certainly remember the Reagan era very well. The Recovery Act of 1981, studied that in business school and things. And not to the extent, politics was much more genteel back in the 70s. There was much more dislike of Jimmy Carter, and his last year was tremendously negative with the Iran hostage situation, and oil prices went crazy, and he had the failed attempt to rescue the Iranian hostages when the helicopters failed in the desert. I think by and large a lot of people were much more behind. It was kind of a backlash to all that feel-goodism of Jimmy Carter that was in at that time. A kinder, gentler America led to all kinds of massive problems that we had socially and with communism and all that. So I think a lot of people were very glad to see Ronald Reagan come, and that was the first time in my lifetime that pride really swept in. The people were very proud to feel like America. He was the guy that really restored that prideful feeling in America. I don't know what he called it, a new day, a new dawn for America, and it really took hold. It really took hold.
He was the John Wayne of presidents.
Well, I remember Jimmy Carter, and I remember my parents telling me I should hate him until the day he fucking died. So I trusted my parents a lot with a lot of things, and it always worked out. So
he was a decent guy, but he was way over his pay grade for presidency, I thought.
I'm just kind of kidding, but I didn't know shit about back then. But he was probably the first. Well, no, probably not first. Hell, I wouldn't know how to say that either. But I know from watching, I guess history back a little after that he was incredibly liberal. So
he just was inept. He just seemed like he had no clue about world events and how to, he had all this power, supposedly of America, but he had no concept how to use that to affect change. in the world. And Reagan came in and immediately, you know, all of a sudden the whole backstory of Reagan, hey, this guy's tough as nails. He's not going to, his anti-communist speeches in black and white in the 1960s and as far back as introducing people to Republican national conventions. The world knew immediately that it wasn't going to be business as usual with the United States.
Well, Rosie, would you say Trump is like a Reagan, kind of in a way?
I'd say he's like a Reagan, but he has a much tougher. He doesn't have the polish that Reagan had. You can tell Trump's like more of a bottom line guy. Let's cut the bullshit and just get to the bottom line. You know, like tariffs. You guys have one-sided tariffs. Look, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to discuss. You know, you're screwing us up in trade. And here's the deal we're putting on the table. Now, Reagan was much more the actor, had much more of that sort of Hollywood polish and veneer on him. He had that smoothness, that glide factor, whereas Trump kind of comes in and just hits you with that low shot, and maybe he finds a middle ground somewhere in the middle on that. But I just think Trump has a lot more appeal than people would have you believe in media and other.
Let's just say how he is. He grabs him by the pussy.
Yeah.
He does. He takes care of business. He gets it done.
Yeah, I don't think this nation's ever seen a president like that just came in and told it like it was, instead of glossing stuff over, instead of packaging shit and putting lipstick on it and tell you it's candy. You know, this guy came in and actually tells you the way that things are. And I think there was a shock factor on the left, is like, oh my, this is not genteel politics as usual, and it's shaking everybody up and it's rattling their cages. So there it is. That's a big difference that I see. Of course, the media is much stronger now. There's many more outlets. There's pop up on the left and things like that. So
yeah, and there's very talented people on the other side that can twist things and sell it wherever they want. But
exactly.
Raise your hand here if you don't like to be told the truth. I will say this. I've always said that the most important thing you ever do to anybody is tell them the truth. And my kids, when it comes to my children, even don't worry about their age. Don't worry if they're this year, that year, what have you. That everyone wants to know the truth, literally. And when you're let's just say you're in the military and you're going on a mission, and the dude's leading the mission, and maybe you might not know where you're going. You're going to follow him anyway. But what you really want to know is the truth. Where the fuck are we going? Who are we attacking? Are we going to fucking die? I mean, what's going to happen here? Like, what should we expect? You crave the truth. In life, you crave the truth. And one thing I love about Trump is that I feel like there's no question. Like he just fucking lays it out there, and he deals with it later. So to some people, it might not seem strategic, but to me, I think people crave the truth, and he just lays it out there.
Well, we're so used to politicians lying to us that it's refreshing, and to some people, I think it's just unimaginable, and they don't know how to deal with it. Now, far as me telling the truth, I have to tell the truth because my memory's so bad. If I tell a lie, I'll fuck up and tell on myself. So it's just better for me to tell the truth from the get-go and just be done with it. I fucked it up.
A real good point. What is up with Obama trying to get back into politics? Obama needs to fuck off and die.
Clinton thinks she's going to be running again, so they'll put her up again. Yeah.
Obama wants to be the UN chancellor or whatever.
I think he's still going to end up in Senate. I still believe he's going to run for Senate and be back in the Congress.
He already is the UN. He's unpresident.
Yeah, I brought that question up in the external. I've caught it. I haven't been on the internet much in the last 2 weeks, which is definitely refreshing, but I have seen where Obama's taking credit for the economical rebound. What's the deal with that other than just trying to blow smoke up everybody's skirt?
He even said that the job growth was the same under him as it is now.
He's fucking delusional.
I just seen one number. We was negative 2.9 million something jobs, and Trump was 4.9 million plus. It's like there's no comparison.
Go to the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones and put in 2 years, 3 years, and all you see is this.
Now the economy was crashing when Obama took over, but the stuff that he done, the stuff he added, as far as regulations, taxes on corporations, people, Obamacare, everything he done was the opposite of helping the economy. And Trump has proven that without a shadow of a doubt. How do you improve economy? You lower taxes. You lower restrictions. You let businesses do what the hell they need to do. You let them invest in America. You mess with the countries that are got huge tariffs on us. That's what a lot of people don't understand about the tariffs thing is Europe, Canada, Mexico, they had tariffs out the ass on us. And we had like 0.3% tariffs on some stuff, and they'd have like 25 or up to 250% tariffs on milk to sell to Canada. I forget what cheese.
Well, you can understand why we tolerated that for politics more than economics, because until recently we could carry that burden of having the high tariffs imposed on us because it helped prop up places like Korea and Japan and make them stronger in key points of the world and allow their economies to flourish at the sake of the United States economy here.
Well,
I also think a lot of it is the cult of leisure that we have today, too, for some of the perceived strength that we have in the economies. And we talked about this last year, 2 years ago, TR, about the pending shortage of workers in the country. And everywhere you go, you see hiring. Virtually every business has needs for hiring, particularly at the very low end type of service jobs, because I think that the social media has created, it's had a really immense impact on the young generations, the millennials and other people that don't have the same value on work and don't hold the same value. Their currency is social media, esteem, and popularity.
The problem there, Rosie, goes back to the schools again. They're not being taught the things they need to be taught. Everything that they should know, history-wise, Constitution, standing up, talking and understand the Pledge of Allegiance, all of that stuff has disappeared. They don't even know how to sign their goddamn name.
Well, that's what he said. I mean, you have, back in my time, you started with wood shop, 3 years of mechanical and engineering drawing, hot metal shop, machine shop, sheet metal shop. You actually came out and you actually understood how to auto shop and things like that. But we did away with all that shit because nobody needed to do that stuff in a modern economy. And now you see, if we want to take back manufacturing stuff, we don't have people that understand how to run an engine lathe and turn down metal, much less use a thread forming machine or do maintenance on that. Now we find ourselves in a panic situation that we don't have the workers that are able to do that. I mean, here we had those devastating fires last year where 6,000 houses burned down in 6 hours, and like 300 permits have been pulled because there's not enough people that know how to swing a hammer or do construction or willing to come to work and work a full day's work and show up at 6 a.m. and work till 2 in the afternoon. So, I'm sure that our friend from down in Tucson, I can't remember his name right now, used to be on Guns, Gears, and Matt. He tell you the same thing about welding and the welding work. So, we always seem to be ass backwards because we let great thinkers tell us what our kids should be studying and things instead of the tried and true things that work for generation after generation after generation.
Yeah. The profession I have, as far as maintenance in a industrial situation, industrial plant, we can't find anybody. I mean, we're looking for somebody. We finally filled a position here just the past couple of weeks. Guys like me, he's in his, I think he's older than me. He's in his 50s. There's no young people qualified or even looking for the jobs in fixing that automation and machinery and stuff that's running the plants.
Forget about it.
Yeah, they think, well, I need to get paid $75,000 to play on the computer, you know, or whatever, make a CAD drawing or something.
Or if I'm not running the place by the end of the month, then something's wrong. You know, if I'm not sitting in the manager's office, then I'm going to hit the road, you know, and you can't correct anybody. I mean, I worked hard in the 70s in restaurants and shit and paid through college. And when the boss yelled at you or something, you just kind of sucked it up and, okay, you know, I screwed up. Nowadays, they just take the apron, throw it up, walk out the door, and everybody's like, where'd they go? I guess they quit. You know, it's like they just walk out. They don't even talk to the boss. You know,
quick little funny story. My buddy Tool Monkey's out there. Some of you guys know him. He's been clearing his property out a little bit and stuff, and he had a neighbor kid come over and was talking to him and had a new 4-wheeler, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, the kid was kind of, he's like 11 or something like that, was kind of saying, yeah, I need to get some money. I need to, you know, for this and that, gas for the 4-wheeler, whatever. And Tool Monkey's like, well, I got some work here. I mean, he's clearing brush and hauling logs. I mean, it's manual freaking labor, you know. And the kid told him that, well, yeah, I could do that. I need the money, but I can't work for minimum wage. I'm not going to step down to that or whatever. And he's like, looking at him like, dude, you're 11. I wasn't even going to pay you minimum wage, you know. It's going to be like $20 for the freaking day. Okay, you're a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, God forbid, you know.
You guys got to remember, though, Obama did one good thing right. He sold more guns than any other president in the United States of America.
There's 3 things that Obama did. He was the worst fucking president ever. He was the greatest gun salesman ever. And he was the biggest and bestest bullshitter ever to fucking lay on this fucking earth.
I concur.
Woo, the big 3, baby. There it is. Learn to
That's
learn.
right.
I don't know if you can give him number 3 though, because he actually believed everything he said.
He was still full of shit.
He was good at it.
I mean, but technically, if you're a bullshit artist, you have to know you're trying to bullshit people. I think he's a sick man. I mean, he really believes the shit he says. So, but anyway, that's just the technicality. I enjoyed what you said.
Hey, he was the smartest man in the room.
I'm not sure if he believes her. She's just not smart enough to realize how dumb he is. You know, it's like I say about Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is too dumb to realize how dumb she sounds when she talks. You think she's the smartest person in the room, and actually, everybody's like, oh, "Fuck yeah," laughing.
Nancy Pelosi wouldn't realize if she was talking to a fucking mirror.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how fucking dumb she is.
I've always said, man, you can believe what you believe, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
That's why I'm embarrassed to be from the same hometown as she is, good old Baltimore, you know. But I'll tell you what, she's just too dumb to even know she's dumb. So,
Rosie, be embarrassed for her. Don't be embarrassed for yourself.
Yeah, there's a great big list of people we can put as a conglomerate of where they should all go, and I'm pretty sure you know where they all need to go.
Yeah, he lives in Heller, California. He's the same thing.
Buzzfork had a comment out there about 15 minutes ago about him thinking if President Trump doesn't get the rest of these people jailed basically for their crimes they've committed, you know, he's kind of thinking, he's thinking, I don't know exactly what he said, but basically that he may not vote for him again. What do you guys think about, I mean, he's done so much good for our country, but it would be nice to see that bitch in jail and along with the rest of those dumbasses.
All right, I'll just say this. I understand where Fuzz is coming from, and to a point, I agree. I think, you know, some of these people should be brought up on charges. I mean, look at the bullshit they're trying to pin on fucking Trump. But anyway, the only thing that I'll defend Trump on that is is those people are so embedded into the system or swamp or whatever you want to call it. They have so much power still that they're untouchables. They truly are untouchables.
Yeah, I believe Hillary is. She'll never go down for her crimes.
Did Hillary, is this true what I've been hearing? Hillary came out saying she's a lesbian. Is that true or not?
God, Jesus.
I don't think we need to know that.
I don't know. I mean, if she came out and said that, that means she's really scared and she really tried to play the ace up the sleeve to get some more liberal sympathy.
No, no, no. What she's trying to do is she's trying to take what Trump's doing and grab them by the pussy.
Yeah, she's probably figuring out a way to get elected again. Act like Trump.
Do you think she'll run again?
Maybe.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm gonna go with maybe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with maybe too.
I will say this about Trump and Hillary. Well,
I was
just going to say, if Hillary had won the nomination when Obama won it, I don't know that the country would have made it to the point to elect Trump. I think if a Democrat was going to win, and I kind of had a feeling a Democrat was going to win no matter who it was at that time, 2008. If Hillary would have won, I think we would have been so much worse off. I hate to exaggerate, but I mean, I think she would have brought us at least to the verge of full collapse, if not past it.
But Roger, to your point, the president can't do anything.
Touche.
So go get a Starbucks coffee and shit it.
I completely agree with RPM Idaho, and I've thought this, and I know we've talked about it on the chats before. The next Clinton we see is definitely going to be Chelsea, and she's probably going to be the youngest president ever if the young generation latches onto that. Chelsea Clinton.
I hope I am gone by then.
So do a lot of us.
If she does the opposite of what Trump's doing, then she's just going to go ahead and, eat up all the dicks.
Well, hell, look at that. I can't even remember her damn name now. The damn chick from, what is she, from Cuba or whatever? Ortega.
Oh, the bitch from New York?
Yeah. I mean, look at and that girl's dumb as a box of rocks. I mean, seriously.
Perfect for politics.
TR, the side chat just came out with a perfect liberal Democrat ticket. Chelsea and Hogg.
Oh, fuck. Kill me now. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a real thing. I think that could be a real thing. I mean, seriously. I mean, but that's got loser written all over it. But that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a 2 vote right there. That's
all I can say is wow.
Chelsea.
Wow.
Yeah, Clinton Hogg. Chelsea.
Yeah,
Hogg.
Cortez.
That's
That's the chick I was talking about. Thank you, Linda. Akessa Cortez. Straight up socialist.
She's a straight up idiot, is what she is.
Well, that too.
They've tried.
Chelsea Clinton had the audacity to talk about how bad a President Trump is. And I'm like, hello, your dad was fucking impeached. He didn't, he kept his office, but he, was impeached for perjury. It's like, and you're calling Trump like a bad guy? Give me a break.
I mean, perjury. I mean, come on, that's not that bad. I mean, make America great again is much worse.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Oh, those were real top secret emails. Oh,
and I don't know the circumstances, but Obama, his wife, I think Hillary, was Clinton a lawyer?
Yeah, they were both lawyers.
all four of those were debarred.
Most politicians are lawyers, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yale University.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm gonna go off the cuff here and say like at least 70% of all politicians are like law school type people, because that's just.
If I'm not mistaken, if I am incorrect, I think all four of those people were debarred by the whatever it is, a bar association or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I know Obama and his wife were.
Well, that's a notch in the belt for a fucking liberal. I mean,
that's it. That's a notch in the belt that says you can run for president.
Yep.
Yeah, I can still get shit done.
I mean, if you're a lawyer and you're so fucking sorry and so crooked that they debar you, I mean, from the crooked fucking gang club, I mean, you got to be fucking snake in the grass to be a lawyer almost, other than Tom Olfison. You have to be a snake in the grass to be a lawyer, or at least a prosecutor, whatever. And they're like, you're too fucking crooked for us. That's saying something.
Yeah, you just made your own fucking way right there.
Yeah. And guys, he jokes, but Tom, if you don't don't know Tom is the nicest fucking lawyer you'll ever meet in your life, the nicest guy you'll ever meet in your life. So
did you say lawyer or liar?
Yeah. Which lawyer?
Is there a difference?
Lawyer?
Lawyer.
Synonymous.
Oh, okay, lawyer. Okay, never mind.
I'm waiting for Hillary to declare she's running again. What I'm waiting for.
I kind of hope she does. That'll just make it easier for Trump to win.
Trump needs 8 years.
He just needs to find the nearest cliff and fall off of it.
I mean, if this country's going to give Obama 8 years, I mean, I don't know what your feelings are on Trump, but if you just put it in perspective, Trump needs 8 years. That's all I'm saying. So whatever. If you want to ask me, am I going to vote for Trump? Yeah, I'm going to fucking vote for Trump again.
Yes.
Why not?
Dan said I'm stirring the pot. Can you imagine this panel if Hillary did run and win, what this panel would be like after the election? Holy shit.
We need Trump in there one more, because how many more SCOTUS votes are coming up?
Moving somewhere the hell out of the U.S.
How many more Supreme Court justices are going to be retiring here in the next 4 years?
Well,
that's why
Ruth Gator Ginsburg says she's going to hold on at least 2 more years till Trump's gone. So
how old is she now? 200?
Yeah, I think she's like 187 or something like that.
Yeah. So, they're gonna all have to die. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not saying go out and kill them or nothing. I'm just saying that eventually they're gonna stay till they die. I mean, that's
one chick. I think she's only in her 80s. But anyway, yeah, I think the one that falls asleep all the time.
Yeah, those aliens they have in that warehouse in New Mexico can keep that bitch alive.
Well, you got a point there.
Well, the biggest thing to take from this is he has done more in the last. How long has he been in now? What, almost like 2 years?
Right at 2. I don't even think it's been. Yeah, it's not even 2 years.
It's close to it. But he has done more in almost 2 years than any other fucking president in the last 100 fucking years.
He did that in a month.
Well, if he gets this nomination through of Kavanaugh, he will have a fairly young court that will have a definite politically conservative side for a lot of years going into the future. So there's your balance if you ever fear.
And a lot of people had that in mind when they voted for Trump. Even if they didn't like Trump, they knew that there was already a seat open on the Supreme Court. And
that's one of the checks and balances that in the 1930s, when Roosevelt was almost pushing a full-on pure socialist agenda, it was the conservative Supreme Court that was put in by, Calvin Coolidge and his predecessors, Harding, that had managed to have a very conservative Supreme Court to push back a lot of that NRA, National Recovery Act, and a lot of those really dangerously communist and socialist ideas that took hold. So it's very important, the Supreme Court, to have that counterbalance in case potentially the public mood turns and everybody votes the other way.
Sudafed Blue. Poor Blue's sick.
Sick as a dog.
You let the information out there, huh, Mr. Blue?
Well, they finally made it official, so I can actually talk about it. So.
Mr. Blue, whoa.
Well, I would like to be the 100th to congratulate you on taking the acting chief position.
Yeah,
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, it's just a title with a lot more responsibility and no more pay. But
Yeah,
that
no,
will change here soon.
You'll actually make
So-
less.
Sound like you'd be one of my employees.
good for you.
So before Blue was the man, now he's
right on,
the
Blue,
man.
right on,
No,
man.
he went from the man to the shit
to the man.
to the man. He's a man's man.
So,
Chief
Pop's
Blue.
Quest. Whenever you give your floor sweeper promotion, what do you call them?
They just tell them to put the broom in the other hand. And
No, it's just it's a broom coordinator at that point.
you shake hands for $1
It's a
more.
broom in one hand and a mop in the other.
There you go.
Hey,
That's pretty much what I got right now. Double the responsibility with no more money.
There you go. $2, TR.
You're the
That
super
was-
guy.
Hang in there.
Hey,
So
you guys realize that TR is very, very thirsty, and he is beer fun. He has a jug about yay big, and right now it's all the way down here with
Get that
Nichols.
beer fund a little bit.
He's
Yeah,
getting thirsty, folks.
No, y'all don't have to give donations. Thank you, Armament and Axis. Y'all don't have to do that. YouTube put that down there. I swear I did not put that down there. I don't know if it was because I was doing so many fucking chats that they wanted to make more money off my damn chat. I don't know why. It's just like, boom. Why is that $sign down there?
Isn't
Yeah,
that
I think it comes on automatic, man.
Yeah.
So does YouTube take 30% of that or what?
It takes some of it. I forget how much it is.
Like 95%.
I don't know what they
like
take for
90,
them.
95, dude. They don't take 30. They take like 90, 95.
Why you think they put it there?
Yeah. Because there's nothing, no matter what they tell you they give you of it, they could tell you they give you 99% of it. In your analytics, you'll never be able to figure it out if it's even there to tell you actually got that from that.
Yeah,
That's
because they
exactly
play
right.
with all that and screw with you, so you don't understand the word of what it is. So you're like, man, I should probably be making this much, but I'm only making this much.
Yeah, bullshit.
Then all that YouTube goes to the
I think they
Democratic
take
Party.
35%.
Wow, spokesperson for YouTube just showed up. Go ahead, Rick.
I think they take 35%.
Wow, thank you so much for that. That's great.
I just know that I don't make enough
Whoa.
on YouTube to even pay for the ammo. And I definitely don't make enough to pay for the beer I drink on these chats.
Woo! There we go.
Rosie just donated $3.50
Hey, the
to
last
YouTube.
time we all got debarred, it was at the farm when we drank too much and fell backwards in our stool.
See that, TR? Now that you made $32 in the last 3 weeks, you've made $2.
You're proving that you can make a career off of YouTube now.
There you go.
There's another form on your taxes you got to do.
Damn, you
This and picking up beer cans in the side of the
No. That's another form on your taxes you get to do.
Other sources of income. Yeah.
No, listen, don't look at tax forms as a negative all the time. Some of those things are good.
You put down YouTube
You
celebrity.
keep saying that, but I don't get a form from no YouTube, so I'm
That's
doing something
fine.
wrong.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
you just don't know how to fill out your taxes properly. That's all.
Yeah, get yourself a couple 40-ounce natty lights there and enjoy.
Well, they still deposit money in your bank account, so you got to show that deposit. So you do what you want to do, but
Well, if you get enough, they send you 1099. So
It was a donation.
Just reinvest it back into the channel, TR. Then you can write it off on your taxes. You know, when you buy that new gun.
We're all patriots going nuts at. I know, worse. That's not a fucking job. I know. I'm just joking. Woo!
Oh, it can be when that freaking ninja dude makes $10 million a year playing video games.
I would actually disagree that YouTube is not a job, because there are a lot of channels out there that are making or have made over the past decade millions, literally millions.
Holy fuck.
Millions?
Stalkers.
Woo!
Good Lord.
Damn.
I guess you can buy ice too, Roger.
Hold on a sec.
I was just playing about, but I don't do YouTube for money, guys. Y'all don't need to do that.
Hey, TR, maybe you should pimp that shit, man. Let's see
I
what
gotta
you
get
can do.
naked and dance around or something. $50. Holy hell!
$50. Good Lord, that's a lot.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Get yourself some drinking stuff, man.
Hey, TR, next time I see you, I'm gonna give you 50 cents. I got your back.
Hey, speaking of which, where the fuck is my bloody bandage?
Between your legs.
We ate that thing.
I'll play your stupid little game. Where is it?
I don't want it. If that thing shows up in the mail, I'm calling the cops.
You're gonna call yourself?
Well, I don't live in my own jurisdiction, so.
Oh, there you go, lucky bastard.
What they didn't tell you is that we're actually sending you SoCal's bandage. So it's not just a regular little small bandage, you're getting SoCal's bandage.
Oh, the one for his head, yeah.
That's a big ass bandage.
Yeah, that's California DNA right there.
What did you guys do where you got all knocked up and had to wear bandages?
There was like 3 head injuries, wasn't there? I know it was 2. I think it was 3.
I mean, I almost had to go to the hospital myself. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Jesus, I know I had people falling left and right and dying over here. I thought I was on vacation, but I guess I wasn't.
No, sure. You know, as much as I make fun of Rick for being as short as he is, and guys, I mean, he's really fucking short. He's like fucking he's a tiny fucker. He actually went to work. He did go to work. I'm not gonna lie. He did a good job.
Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man.
Yeah, there's a kid on YouTube who ranks in at number 8. So if you think YouTube is not a job, he has raked in $11 million. Ryan Toys review, and he looks like he's about 6.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you can't.
No, fuck no. I make too many of those stupid pool videos.
Hey, yeah, that's what I was saying. That at my level, the shit I do, I know what I could do to increase my subscribership and make more money and stuff like that. But I only do this because it's fun. If I do a video, it's because I want to do a video, or I'm already doing it anyway, and I turn the camera on.
You know, Rick, I got to tell you, I've got more hot casings down the front when I'm on the shooting range. They just fly right into the middle of the shirt and right down. I was pulling my whole damn shirt down trying to get that hot son of a bitch out down there. Give him a treat. Man, that thing comes in hot, doesn't it? Woo!
Comes in hot, yes. Yeah. I pulled my shirt up, and it went down because my shirt was tucked in. Went down into my freaking underwear, and then it burnt my ass all the way down.
I think it was who was it was talking to me?
I feel your pain. Been there, done that.
I think it was Silent Bob that was talking to me because we was filming y'all on the line shooting, just burning up dirt roads ammo, and he was like tugging at me and laughing. It's like, yeah, Rick got a round up his ass or something, a shell. So I was like, I hope I got it on video. And then all of a sudden you started. I was like, oh, damn. I'm glad I got that on video.
Well, the shitty part is, I obviously had to keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. I'm like, fuck. Trying to.
Yeah, I've seen that before. A chick fell over backwards with her thing, and it's lucky she didn't discharge the damn thing. It got kicked off the firing line, too. Which is good for everybody else. I don't want that shit on mine when I'm on there.
I got a message here real quick for Warsaw Patriot. Yes, we give Scotsman a lot of crap, and I give him the most crap. But you also want to know something else? That man eats lunch and dinner at my house.
Well, I don't know about lunch and dinner, but I get at least lunch.
You get dinner. You got to eat a bowl of Glocks whenever you're here.
It's a pretty good lunch. I'm not gonna lie. Dinner would be nice too, but And
I have touched an AR after shooting lots of rounds through at the barrel. I have touched it.
I know for a fact you can shoot an AR enough to it'll start cooking off rounds and go full auto on you, which is you don't want it doing that in that instance because it may start firing out of battery and shit.
Don't want that.
No, cooking off rounds is it's doable. Like you could actually do it. You could get the gun hot enough and actually show that happen.
Oh, I have. It's on video.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it's not that hard to do, you know.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful.
Yeah. Well, that was a video where I was dunking the barrel in the 5-gallon bucket. She was cooking off on me.
The chamber was still 3,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I can imagine that, Rick, being a muffler welder. Shit.
See, AK-47 won't do that because that heavy steel case ammo just won't cook off like that brass will.
Well, it was steel cased ammo that was cooking off.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, there goes my theory.
It was an old video when I was kind of like proving that steel case ammo or running an AR. You know, it was like I only shot 300 rounds, but it only takes a couple of hundred. If you're pulling the trigger as fast as you can pull it, you go through 150, 200 rounds, that son of a bitch will start cooking off on you.
Yeah, run away.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. As soon as I realized she was cooking off, I was like, oh, shit. But I was prepared. I had a 5-gallon bucket, and I was good. I got so many comments. Oh, you're going to warp your barrel? And I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I've had it happen to me before for sure. But just never on an AK.
No, I never done it on an AK. I've emptied a drum on my AK and it never done it. I'll say that.
Well, I don't know. I think there's just something different about the way the chamber maybe or something, or the heat dissipates. But yeah, the AK won't do it. The AR will.
Well, it's probably it probably has to do with the gas impingement system on the AR because it's throwing hot gases into the damn bolt. That whole area is getting the hot gases directly blasted into them. So it's going to get hotter than an AK that's piston driven.
That is correct, sir.
I just thought of that.
That is a huge difference.
Yeah.
That's a big no. I wasn't really thinking about it, but yeah, you're right about that.
yeah, and depending on the buffer tube and spring assembly and all that you have in there, that's going to make a big difference too.
Frank Cal.
I wanted to ask Scott.
Shot on fire, even on auto.
Wanted to ask Scott a question because coming out of Scotland and stuff over there, but you were under pretty big restrictions for gun ownership, right? Up in Scotland before you came. I mean, I know you could do your grouse hunting and other things in Scotland, but for short arms, for pistols and revolvers.
All arms are regulated, and it's heavily regulated. If you want to own a firearm, it's pretty much you have to be a member of a club, and your firearm stays at the club, and you pay good, and I mean good money to be a member. You can't have guns at home.
You must have felt like you died and went to heaven when you got to the U.S. and you could basically go.
Well, I was lucky. I worked on a farm when I was back home, and working on a farm, you're allowed a limited amount of arms because of the job you're doing.
Oh, okay.
And so we could have a shotgun and we could have one pistol.
Okay.
But other than that, you're pretty much screwed. But coming here was definitely a big difference. I mean, I have a safe full of guns, thankfully, and I intend on filling that safe with more guns and then getting another safe once I fill that safe. But
So
it's definitely a big difference, and the freedoms that are here are huge.
TR is Reagan.
It's pretty amazing. Well, I should say pretty
Hidden numismatist. There we go. Woo!
dang, hidden.
Fuck,
Come on,
TR, you're going to
guys.
be able to buy a new rifle here soon.
TR, you're glad you came back to the chats, my
Yeah, I
friend.
made more off this chat than I do in 3 months. Anyway.
You can run down to the gas station and buy a beer.
All right, we're going to do an after chat at Rick's.
No, I just think it's I didn't realize how much freedom you got in America with I don't want to give away anything. I don't think it's anything you hadn't said before, but even just with being a legal immigrant with a green card, that it opens you up to a lot. I don't know. I can't say all because I don't know, but the fact that you can buy a gun, you all that good stuff with just being here legally, going through the process, that's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm glad we do it. I really do.
Yeah, if you do everything and follow it properly, pay the money, do the paperwork, do the fees and everything, literally the only right I don't have currently is the right to vote. That's
You
it.
don't have the right to what?
No.
I don't have the right to vote.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I don't have. I have every other right you guys have. Concealed carry license, the whole 9 yards. I got it all.
Well, that makes sense. I understand that.
And I'm okay with it. I get it.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I said it a few chats back and stuff. I'm working on getting my citizenship. I'll be a dual citizen because I don't want to give up my citizenship back home because I have my family back home. I don't have my family here.
So you're a spitter, quitter.
So I want to be able to go home and see my family and still be able to, keep my citizenship there as well. So I'm going to do a dual citizenship.
Nothing wrong with that.
Scott,
Yeah, there is.
the
Yeah, there
answer to your voting problem right now is all you have to do is register as a Democrat and you can vote.
Anywhere you
All
want.
I got to say is, hold on, Dave. All I
Hey,
got
you better pick one.
I'm
Yeah.
Mexican and they'll give me the right to vote right now.
Yeah, anywhere you want to vote, as often as you want to vote.
So you guys heard it here live. Scott's been kind of a leftist. He wants both the cake and eat it too. So he hasn't really figured out which one he wants. So you're either going to be an American.
Hey, dude. Hey, brother. I love you, brother.
I'm just kidding.
You short little tiny ass fuck. I mean, my table's taller than you are. But see that flag and see that flag? I love them both, brother.
See, today he wants to be American. Tomorrow morning when he wakes up, he wants to wear a kilt.
No, I want to be able to love America and wear my damn kilt and eat my cake too.
Hey, you know
Hey,
what?
you have to, if you really want to be American, you got to burn your kilt, fucker. So you can't have both, man. You got to burn your kilt. And you got to start drinking Bud Light. You can't drink that fancy beer no more.
Oh man, no, dude.
Okay, Coors Light, either one. I mean,
Oh, man. I love you, brother.
It's original,
Damn.
at least.
it's a heavy price. We all pay it here. You know, none of us have kilts, or we all drink Bud Light. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
See, back in the day, they used to leave the kilts at Ellis Island.
Now, see, if I moved to Scotland, I'd want to wear a kilt. See, I mean, that's just where it kind of. I'd have to import my Cap
Shit,
Morgan.
who wouldn't want a nice, dry, cool satchel? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I mean, I would.
There's a
You just have to be in
reason.
North Carolina.
There's a reason we wear kilts, guys. It's real simple. We like a little bit of airflow, and you guys in the South, you should understand this. Airflow is key.
Oh, we do. That's why we wear short pants. I mean, what do you want? They have these long pants that they cut them off about halfway. They're called short pants.
They look just like the kilt or plaid.
They got this little space in between that filled in, but otherwise it's kind of a two-legged quilt. Quilts or kilts, whatever you call it.
We just sew the kilt in half, and then we don't have to worry about, hanging out.
Just man the fuck up and quit worrying about being called a skirt, because it ain't a fucking skirt. It's a kilt.
I don't care what you wear. You can wear a fucking pink jumpsuit for all I give a shit.
As long as you cover yourself up. Please.
Just don't wear an orange jumpsuit.
Scotsman, we got a couple people asking, do you play the pipes?
I have played the bagpipe when I was younger. Be careful how you say that, because that might come out wrong. I do not play the pipes. I have played the bagpipes when I was younger, yes.
I think it was the first part that he meant.
He's more of a skin flute kind of guy, but
Hey, the biggest thing you need to understand is this. I love my country, and I love this fucking country. America, motherfuckers.
America.
Did you guys notice he pointed at the American flag both times?
That's right.
That's right. Both times. See, two fingers. Both times, motherfucker. Both
See, there's only one.
No, I get. No, he's in transition. Y'all leave him alone. I mean,
okay, Scotsman. Without turning around or looking at your screen, how many red stripes are on the American flag?
6.
Now turn around and count them.
All right, fucking 7.
There you go.
Shit.
How many stripes are all total? 13 or?
Wrote a song about it.
All right, that's going to be on the final exam. Better
Final Jeopardy.
Yeah, it'll be on the exam for sure if you get for your full citizenship. I'm sure.
Rick's counting before he asks the question.
An immigrant that goes for their citizenship will end up knowing more about our Constitution and our country than your average citizen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't know if he'll ever make it to be an American, but he'll always be a farmer. So I'll give him that.
I'm going to make it, brother. I got a lot of stuff going on right now, as a lot of you guys know, with work and stuff. But if it doesn't happen this year, it's going to happen in the first part of next year.
I got faith in you, man. I'm just busting your balls.
Absolutely.
I know you
It's
guys. The day that I get to walk on the farm and shake your hand as an American is going to be one hell of a fucking day.
Yeah,
Right.
that'll be good, man.
Pops, guys, listen, you got to quit busting Scotsman's balls because it's too easy because you only got to pick up a skirt to do it.
No, that's if you want to kick him in the balls.
Hey, so when you do get your thing, when you do become an American citizen, are you going to be the crazy American?
No, it'll still be the crazy Scotsman because I'm going to be a dual citizen.
No. It'll be the crazy Scotsman, and then the hash the what the hell is that? The little line that goes across / American, like when people get divorced.
Well, that's where he was born, so you got to cut him a little slack. So.
It'll be the crazy Scotsman - American.
Maybe I'll do just for shits and giggles. I'll do the crazy Scotsman # Proud American. How about that?
There we go.
That's pretty cool.
I don't want you seeing getting rid of Alan when you get your thing because then you're going to try to be the foreign and domestic.
No. You can't get rid of Jan is gay just because Jan is gay.
The domestic and domestic.
All right, Pops, I got to ask you, are you guys batting down for the hurricane that's supposed to be coming your way, or is it not anything major, or did you guys cover this?
Yeah, I mean, we're good. It's going a little north. We might get about 6 inches or so of rain, and the surge is coming ashore when the low tide's in. So there's nothing to worry about at the moment unless conditions change.
Right.
It's hitting more north. It's going to be basically Coda Boy, TR, me. I think you're still going to get hit pretty hard there, Pop.
I said this might be the strongest strike on record for this part of the East Coast. So,
Well, there's the problem with this storm is when it comes ashore, it's supposed to turn like down and sit there like a bitch, and just go haywire. So that's really the problem they're all thinking about, is the stalling effect and the rain.
Yeah. But Rob Pops is right. From some of the forecasts, hell, me and Rick might get more than Rob does.
Oh no!
Well, being down here on the coast where we get drainage is good. But being in the upstate where you got to deal with that runoff, that's way more dangerous, man.
Well, yeah, the biggest problem we're going to have is trees going down and power outages.
I don't think you'll see any trees unless it's a root situation, because you're not going to get the wind. But if those roots get saturated, you could get some trees falling and whatnot. But it's not going to be because of the wind. That wind,
the thing,
wind by the time it gets to you is not going to be more than 30
and Rick live. We hadn't had. What happens is they try to take care of the power lines and stuff. They do what they can, but it's almost like they wait on bad weather to knock trees and shit over and then clean it up and kind of let Mother Nature clear the power lines and stuff like that. And what has happened is we hadn't really had any bad weather in several years. So the least little bit of a little pine tree falling and stuff like that in all these rural areas and in the mountains, and I hope it don't happen, but there's a big possibility, depending on how it goes, that even a sustained 30 or 40 mile an hour wind with 10, 15 inches of rain, we're gonna have trees going down left and right.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to drive into town because unless you have 600 gallons of gasoline for your chainsaw.
Well, I hope not, but we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I don't think this is I think it will be bad for a lot of people, but I think where we are in the upstate and being further inland, I think we'll be all right. We're gonna have to deal with some shit. Don't get me wrong.
If you get any of that storm surge, though, your house is still gonna.
No, I'm good. They're only calling. Well, my wife just told me, well, they're showing it further west. I mean, east and stuff. So I'm like, well, no, further west, but I don't know. Tomorrow we have all day to bug out if we want to. So I'll tell y'all what's happening after tomorrow. I just. Right now, I'm not planning on leaving. So
I'm worried about that little curveball to the south when it comes in inland and does that little stop.
Yep.
That's right. That is right in our. I got the tactical umbrella, so I'll be all right.
That's what I'm talking about. That rainwater.
Crazy. I thought I heard the last of that tactical umbrella.
You took that thing across the pond, you should be good to go.
That thing went right through the checkpoints, right through all the TSA shit. Went through the one at the Eiffel Tower like 4 or 5 times. That thing's legit.
See that the hurricane track that I'm watching, I just got the updated one. Of course, it could change within the next hour or to the next day, but it looks like it's going to hit right at the South and North Carolina border, like right on the coast.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Well, me and Tool Monkey was talking today, and the bottom line is, no matter what their forecast is, whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. They expect to get wet and be wet and a lot of wind. Okay, that's the bottom line.
And your trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got. That's why I went to the shop today, and I test run all my generators. I got a generator here. I got 3 all total. I mean, I got gas. I got more gas than anybody in the fucking neighborhood in my carport. I got food storage. I got tons of water. I'm not really worried about anything. I just hate having to go through it because every year it's same old shit. September,
Hey, Rob, here's a good question. I did a video the other day. All you guys that live right on the coast that deal with this shit every fucking year, why can't you pre-cut your window fucking, protectors with plywood?
Yeah, we do.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying like normal people. Like they're all running to Home Depot and they all live there for last 10 years.
Okay, so here's an answer for you that might blow your fucking mind. So about 5 or 6 years ago, in order to get your final inspection on your new construction home, you had to have hurricane plywood and a way to place it on your windows pre-done, or they wouldn't give you a certificate of occupancy.
Wow.
That's
So
awesome.
There you go.
Woo.
See, why are all these guys running the damn Home Depot then?
Because they're older homes and they don't have that, and they got to square them all away.
Oh, call Rick's Tree Service. Fuck you.
No,
I'll come drop a house. I'll come drop a house. Tree
Yeah.
over
So right now, so every time, so if you move into a new home, or if you renovate a home more than 50%, you have to bring your stuff up to current codes. The builder has to pre-cut material and give you an application that's hurricane worthy, and then the inspector has to see that, and then they give you a CO. So
Now, how do they hold on to the building? Is it like a like these corners where you slide the plywood in and like turn
well,
these
some of the
off?
homes that are built to be historic homes actually have like active shutters that lock,
Okay.
or they have Bahama shutters that'll come down. But the easiest way for a builder to get through that is just to on the siding, on the casing, they have the little studs that come out, the threaded studs, and they just provide you with a piece of plywood that has the pre-cut holes. You put it over it and wing nut it on, and you're done.
Oh, got it.
So, just out of curiosity, talking about all this stuff, did any of you guys see this? And Val probably knows about this already, but I saw this thing, and it was on Instagram. There's a Slovakian company that has built a house that pretty much encloses itself if shit hits the fan.
I haven't seen that.
Is it where the windows fill up with like foam and?
No. This thing is built where literally the walls, well, you hit a button and the walls all close up, seal up, the garage seals up, the whole 9 yards. Just like the frickin' movies, dude. They built this thing. I don't know how much it cost. I just saw it. I kind of laughed at it when I saw it to begin with, but it's real.
See, my wife loves these bags that you put like big bed comforters and like big stuff in.
Space bag.
Yes, you vacuum seal that shit with a vacuum. Just put that shit around your house, fucking hook up the vacuum, bam, you're done.
Put the whole house in a vacuum. Hey, you might be onto something, Blue. Before you pour the slab, you know, you get this big goddamn Ziploc baggy thing and fucking.
Exactly.
Just don't be in it when you do it.
What if they just made this dome that went over your house, like big metal dome, like
It's a huge food saver bag.
that's right. What size do I need? Well, I got it.
Suck all the oxygen out and you're good to go.
That's right. 2,300 square foot house. Oh yeah, that's the size. That's an L. Yeah, you grab that L bag over there, and you're good to go. Yeah, then your house will float out to sea.
It's all right. You're vacuum packed. You'll float.
Yeah, you could always just tow it back with a boat, and when it dries up, set it back down.
Don't worry about oxygen. Don't worry about breathing. Just protect the house.
Yeah, I don't understand why all these people keep running around trying to get this and that when it's like if you live in Hurricane Alley, you live in California for earthquakes, anywhere where shit always happens. Why are people running around buying shit they should have had fucking 6 months ago?
Yeah, it always amazes me the people on the coast, and we're not talking about you, Pops, but it's like you live on the coast, you know hurricanes are going to come. You don't have but like one roll of toilet paper in the house, no water, no plywood, no nothing.
Well, a good buddy of all of ours, he bought a generator today, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you should have had one of those already.
Yeah, but he's way inland. I mean, you don't necessarily usually need a generator. I got 3 fucking generators. I had one of my generators up 4 foot on a forklift today because I had to work on it because there was a bunch of old gas in it. That's a lesson learned. And I lent it out. And that's just what you get when you lend out a generator. So when I bring a generator to my house, I'll make sure it's running. I'll bring it to the house. I won't put no gas in it. If I need the generator, I will put gas in it. If I need the generator, I'll run that sumbitch out of gas, you know. But I had a buddy of mine, he filled it full of gas. He didn't need it. He returned it. Partly my fault. I didn't drain it out. But, you know, when you lend shit out, you never know how it's going to come back. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. If you want something broke, lend it out.
That's exactly
Yeah.
I mean, it might have broke on you if you used it, but I guarantee you don't ever lend a boat out, tools. It's going to break. Whether it's their fault or not, it's going to happen.
Well, what's funny was he called me and he's like, "Hey, man, can I get that generator?" I'm like, "Yes, you sure can."
Oh,
So-
even when you send like a firearm out, and you guys will see the video here soon when I hopefully ever get my firearm back. I sent my firearm out over a year ago and still have not received it back as of yet. I got an email a week ago saying the rear sight does not work. Well, when I sent it out, the rear sight was working fine. So they are buying a new rear sight, mounting a new rear sight, and then they will be shipping my firearm back to me. But this was a company I sent it out to for Duracoat, and it's been over a year.
I mean, a year in this market's pretty sad, actually.
Yeah. So, in other words, yeah, definitely do a video on that. You've been better off just spray painting it.
No shit. I was gonna say just buy a fucking rattle can.
They basically what happened was I sent them an email last week and was like, "Look, you know what? It's been over a week. It's been over a year. I'm not one to bitch and complain, but what the fuck?" And then they came back with, "Well, the rear sight's not working properly, and this, that, the other." I'm like, "Look, guys, you've had this thing a year plus. I don't understand where the lack of communication broke down, where suddenly my rear sight's broken when it was working when I sent it to you. Just fix it, send it back to me."
Yeah, that's just an excuse. Your rear sight was fine. They're throwing themselves a little smoke screen to give them a little extra time, and that's unfortunate. But that's what's going on. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, basically what they told me was at the end of the day, they said, once you get it back, and I told them, make sure you send me a tracking number when you ship it. I want my tracking number. But basically what they told me is once I receive it, send them a check for what I think it's worth.
Okay. Well, they made up for it in a way.
All right.
So I'm not going to argue with that. I'm going to wait till it shows up on my door. I'll make the video when it first comes in, initial impressions, and then we'll go from there. And I might even take a vote and say, "Hey, what do you guys think I should pay for this shit?"
Yeah. After a year, you shouldn't pay shit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Say that right off the bat.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Well, there's a lesson for everybody here that lives in North and South Carolina. The Scotsman left that gun, or sent that gun down there when a hurricane went through, and that's what happens to your gun when the factory gets flooded.
I hope they didn't misplace your firearm down there.
No,
How much was it originally going to cost, Scotsman?
I sent it to Florida, and literally that shit was 2 months, and they were over and done with that. So don't tell me 10 months later that you're still dealing with all this other bullshit. That's total crap. So,
Hey, on a positive note, I got an email from Atlas Gunworks today.
Is that your guy saying, "Uh-oh"?
I heard that.
I'm not going to tell you what it said. You'll have to stay tuned.
It's going to say, "Eat a bowl."
What's in the box? Hey, Scotsman, an update. That thing that I got and put in layaway, that wasn't a used gun. That was something another person put in layaway, and they never came and put any money on it, and then they put it on the used rack by mistake.
you're an asshole.
Jackpot.
Bingo!
You're an asshole, and I'll see you Monday.
But I won't get it until 2 months.
Yeah, well, I'll still see
Months?
you Monday.
You got to pay for it.
I got to pay the price they quoted me.
Everybody wants to know what kind of gun it is. That's why we have YouTube. You got to watch the videos, folks.
You'll have to wait for the unboxing in like 4 months.
Yeah, that's what I say. They got to find your gun, Scotsman, before they can before they can work on it.
You're probably trying to build one and stamp it with the same serial number.
No, dude, I have pictures.
I don't want to freak you out, bro, but I've worked in places.
No. I have pictures of it. I have the pictures, and I have the pictures with the rear sight mission. So
yeah, what you're saying is being held hostage.
So we know it's not a revolver. Obviously, you don't get a revolver coated.
No, dude. There's no way in hell I'd send a revolver out and not have
It's a Glock. You got a Glock.
Yeah, it's probably.
I would drive down there and go pick it back up myself. I'd be pissed.
Does it have the crazy Scotsman logo done on it?
You'll have to wait and see.
Jackpot. Damn, I'm good. I knew I should.
No, you're not good.
Oh, I'm good.
No, you're not being good at it.
I nailed that shit right
You're
on the
not being
money.
good at it. No, you
I
failed.
bet you that thing's blue and white.
I bet you $10, 10 doll hairs. That it's blue
I'll
and
take
white.
my $10 now.
No,
It's blue
doll
and white.
hairs. Doll hairs.
Yeah, well, you can go ahead and send those to me. I'll take them.
I'll send you 10 cube hairs.
All right, let me change the subject just for a quick minute. I had a comment out there. Warsaw Patriot was asking me about the wall, the Mexican-American wall. Me and some guys at work were talking. I may have talked to y'all about it already. I don't know. I can't remember. What I'm thinking is if they can't fund the entire wall, what we should do, and this would be real easy to do, is we just make the entire border between Mexico and America the military firing range for all our jets, helicopters, and all that. Just randomly, 24 hours a day, there's munitions going off on the border. You know, set aside a mile or so, and we'll just make that our firing range for the military. And they test all their damn ammunition, all their missiles, all their bombs, and just constantly bomb the shit out of the border. It's like,
Now,
we don't know if we're going to be testing here or not today. You take your chances.
Now, Roger, I love your idea. Unfortunately, I have lived in California, and I've seen a lot of that wall. You would have to mow down so many damn buildings to make that happen on our side. But it is literally, in some parts, a barbed wire fence. And, I mean, it's as easy as if you had a pasture with cattle in it, going from one side of the fence to the other. It's just basically opening it up, sticking your leg through and bending over, and now you're on the other side.
Yeah, but what you could do, you could minimize the areas that they can actually free range, as we call cattle, through, and then you could police those areas. So what he's saying is create a 500-mile impact zone, and then all you have to do is police the other few little spots, which I think is brilliant. I think that's great. I think there's enough dead area that these people hire these what do you call them, these guides, coyotes or whatever, coyote, yeah, to bring them on through and whatnot. Let's say if the government would just buy an impact zone to train jets or helicopters. I have a buddy of mine now who's as an Apache helicopter pilot. They did training down on the border, and that was their job, to just scare the fuck out of people randomly by blowing shit up, and it was very effective. But it wasn't an ongoing mission. It was like a 3-month deal where they tried it, and it actually worked out pretty good. And if they made that a constant impact area, I mean, Jesus Christ, can you imagine these guys going, well, fuck, don't go there. Let's go around. And then all you have to do is police those places around that, and you pretty much got it going on. So I agree. I think that would be very effective.
Yeah, I mean, we wasn't really joking. We was like, yeah, why? Yeah, because you're right, Rick. I mean, there are some spots you couldn't do that, but you have a wall or make a better wall or reinforce the wall. But all that barren area that there's nothing, fuck it, make it firing range. And just randomly, I mean, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning and they just go in there and it's like, you know, fuck it, we're going to, you know, have an A-10, just, you know, unload a few rounds through here. And, you know, I'm telling you, it'll work.
Well, I know how to make a free wall. If you guys are interested, you basically mount machine guns that are on thermal that only shoot certain ways, right? And every time something comes across the border, whether it's a wild elephant or whatever the case is, this 50 cal just starts fucking hosing it down. And as more people come over, it builds a wall, and you build your own wall, and it's free.
Now, see, here's how you build a free wall.
Planet Speed.
Here's how you build a free wall. Every person on this chat and everyone in the side chat and every other free-loving American step up and go build the fucking wall for free.
There it is, brother. Learn to love it.
That'd be fun.
I'll give a week. No problem.
Yeah,
I'll jump in there, dude. I'll build the fucking wall.
Or you know what they do, Scots, that raise money. Everybody just buy a block in America, right? Blocks for sale for building the wall. You just have your name, put your little name on it. We built the wall, right?
Hell yeah.
There you go. You can put your YouTube channel on there. Boom.
That's it. That's it.
Covered. Boom.
Crazy Scots right here.
You're onto something. Yeah. Rosie, you're definitely onto something.
Hey, we can
playground with people.
I know
$1 to put it.
We can build entire parks with blocks that people would have.
You're damn right.
So
hey, we can make timeshares great again. Like you could sell an acre of land and like everybody buy a week, and you just go down there and fucking blow shit up for a week on that one acre.
On the wall. That's exactly.
And then we just fire towards Mexico, but maybe have a little bit of a backstop. But one week, instead of Farmageddon, my crew would just show up at that acre of property and just fucking free for all it for a week. I mean, we could sell timeshares that are actually good.
Yeah, like
you get a week, you get a week. I mean, think about it. That's awesome.
I mean, I would put me down for 10 blocks. I'll do it. So
I'd buy several. Literally, I'd fucking be right there.
I want one row all the way up to whatever you decide on. That's what I want.
Timeshares for America, bitches.
That's right.
It's like
this next mile of wall was brought to you by Pop's Quest.
Pops, it's like one long Farmageddon, the whole fucking wall.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, farmers stick together, motherfucker.
Farmer getting timeshares for America.
Pops wall again.
So Cal can make some, keep it to the rhythm. We'll do like tacos and enchiladas.
He could be the official menu and official kitchen.
SoCal would be making supper for people to lure them across, though. That'd be like baiting. We wouldn't allow baiting.
Make some nice sliders and things.
Hey, some areas you're allowed to bait when you hunt.
I know, but I don't think that'd be appropriate.
SoCal would put a sign up that says,
bait them.
SoCal would put a sign up that says,
open portion of the wall. Come on through.
I mean, they give away stretches of interstate to collect trash. Why not give away stretches of the border to fucking secure it?
You'd have it funded in probably a month.
Done. Fucking done.
Done. Rick, call the White House tomorrow. What'd you get?
All great ideas, and we're going to make America great again. Fuck yeah, baby.
Yep, make America greater again.
Make America safe again.
I think Rick's got the direct line into the Oval Office.
You know what's funny? If you ever saw an old YouTube video, maybe a year and a half, no, it was right before Trump got elected. I sat with this military vet that had his leg amputated. Him and I hung out, and I was pushing him along the, in the airport there, and we got on the plane and all that stuff. His name is actually Trump, and he is uncle. And I actually know the president's uncle. He lives in South Carolina.
Guess you're gonna be busy tomorrow on the phone.
Have you got a lot of calls to make tomorrow, Rick?
Hey, we need to make the border great again.
I'll be like, hey, Donald, I got an idea.
What are you talking about?
I just want an acre. Give me an acre. Make a gun range out of it. I'll fucking treat it with respect.
Pops will make it like a real life video game, you know. If you can make it through the gauntlet, you get to come through the U.S. You know?
I will create the best USPSA or 3-gun stage ever seen in America.
You can
the bonus targets are anything that moves out over there.
Yeah. You can cross at night for bonus, right?
Oh, no, you have to advertise as moving targets.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll figure it all out. All I know is better than anything I've done at the farm. So
Pops Moratorium.
I'm telling you, that shit will work.
It would work.
I don't think there'll be a Texas star, but you might get 5 Mexicans together.
It'll be a Mexican star. It'll be like 72 arms on the fucking plate rack.
See,
I got nothing against Mexican people. I actually love Mexican people.
Just so you know, I'm not lying. I got his phone number covered up, but wow. Steve Trump,
airplane
right buddy. Airplane buddy.
That sounds kind of, you know, I mean,
he's not
high club.
His amputated leg was the American flag, and it had it's that carbon fiber stuff. And it was all American, red, white, and blue, and it had his Marine logo on it. It was freaking cool as hell.
Did you do a video on that or a Facebook?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, it was like probably 2 years ago. We were just flying home, and
he probably changed his phone number.
I saw him in the airport, and I was helping him out a little bit because he was having trouble with because he was in a wheelchair as well.
Oh, fucking TSA got him.
Yeah. So, Rick, is he a subscriber of yours now?
I didn't tell him about YouTube.
Didn't want to run him off.
Yeah, make
I did tell him I knew TRprepper, and he was like,
make tomorrow, so you better get on the horn.
TRprepper.
Hey, you got some phone calls to make tomorrow, so you got to get in the horn and be like, hey, man, I got a YouTube channel. This is what I do. And all these other YouTubers, give us an acre, we'll take care of everything else.
How funny would it be if Donald Trump tweeted like, "Is your 6 covered? Go subscribe to this guy."
Here's your acre, bitch. Make it happen.
That's right. Let's see it. Don't talk about it. Show us. Dang, I wonder where that photo's at. He was one cool dude.
Man, raking in that cash tonight, brother. Woo!
Damn. I'm just glad there's no PMs anymore. Can I get a hell yeah for that? There's no PMs.
Oh man,
yeah. I miss it a lot.
Every night I was on TR's chat, I get like 5 PMs the next morning, fucking like I'm talking hatred about me, like, oh, I see you hate these people and hate that people and blah blah blah. Now you gotta hunt me down to tell me I hate something. So fuck you.
Yeah, I just get comments on videos. It makes me laugh.
I know. No, disabling the PMs is actually a great thing. Because if they don't have your email address, they can't even talk to you.
They can still comment on your videos.
Yeah, that's
read it though.
Yeah, you can hide them.
I'm fine with comments because they're public, but don't PM me and fucking berate me and talk shit and make me fucking respond to your dumb ass.
Speaking of hate, have you bought a coffee pot for your new coffee pot yet?
What the fuck?
I have several ways of making coffee. See, that's the thing people don't understand. I'm fucking covered up, dude. I'm all good. But the problem is, a lot of times I wake up and go, oh shit, I wake up in a camper at the farm and I gotta fucking be out the gate in 20 minutes. And I gotta shut the place down. I gotta pack all my shit. And I'm 5 minutes late. I don't have time to boil fucking water or do anything like that. So I do 95 fucking miles an hour down my country road so I can gain 5 minutes, so I can pull into the Starbucks and go, I got 5 minutes for these fucking idiots to make me a cup of coffee, and it takes 9 or 10.
And
So
then you have to wait 15 minutes for the fucking creamer.
The creamer, and that's really where the hatred gets built. Honestly, that's really where the hatred comes in. So
I went to Walmart, and for $30 you can get this programmable coffee pot. So
I
the
get it.
sound
I
of
get
it
it.
making
I get it. I get it. I'm with you. I get it. I just sometimes I don't prepare properly for the time. That's all. It's all on me. It's all on me. My hatred for Starbucks is all on me.
You gotta be better at it, buddy.
I got to translate that for everybody in the chat. What Pops just said, shut up and drop it.
No, but you're right. You're right. And I mean, I'm right about the people there, but you're right about me. I need to build in another 10 minutes. So.
I got to give this guy credit. Check this out. So see his leg? That's badass, right?
Yeah.
American flag. That's us at the airport. Cool son of a bitch.
Pretty awesome.
Hear the crickets?
It's not me tonight.
No, it's me. I'm outside. They're all chirping.
I actually drink less coffee now that I've gotten older than I did when I was younger. But I do drink, usually drink a cup of coffee in the mornings, a cup. But
well, here's the thing.
I can drink coffee all day long.
Yep. I don't get up and go, oh God, I need my cup of coffee or I can't fucking function. Like at work, I wake up here at 5 o'clock. I leave the house at 5:30. I'm at work at 6 o'clock. I don't drink coffee. And about 7:30, I make a really like stellar cup of coffee, like with fresh ground beans, like through an espresso maker, fresh fucking cream. I make the best cup of coffee on planet Earth, but I do it to enjoy it, and I make a big son bitch. So when I'm not at the shop, you know, I kind of want to replicate that in some fashion, and it just never happens.
No, because you get SoCal making coffee, and I don't even drink coffee, but I watched him make coffee. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna be good.
No, I can vouch that Pops knows how to make a good cup of coffee. It is black, it is dark, and it's strong as shit, and that's how coffee's supposed to be.
Yeah, I posted an Instagram thing about proper coffee, and it's not iced tea that's warmed up. It's coffee, for crying out loud. So
yeah, but then you put creamer in it.
Yeah, but that's after it's proper, so that's okay. I mean, can you imagine putting creamer in like warmed up iced tea? I mean, that's just horrible.
I tried that in England just because that's what they do. So I'm like, let's try this shit. If you're gonna bring me all this crap, I don't need to have tea. I might as well fucking try this shit. So first off, their tea it's like fucking coffee. So I'm like, okay, I understand now. I'm gonna add some of this shit that I wouldn't normally put in here, and of course I'm gonna add a fuck ton of these little white packets. Of course, those motherfuckers in there, stir this shit up. That's the best thing about drinking hot fucking tea is the sugar instantly turns into liquid.
Yes.
And shazam, boom, drank it and said, and but I did drink it.
Okay. All right. Well, at least you gave it a whirl.
I gave it a shot. I don't see myself making any of that, just to have fun. I'll have a cup of tea.
A small tea, mate.
A little tea on. Talking about tea, I need some freaking tea right now.
No. Resist.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, resist, man. Resist, brother. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
If you grow up in the South drinking sweet tea, it's just hard to imagine drinking. I ain't saying I wouldn't try it, but I just couldn't imagine the hot tea with cream and
Yeah, that's an English thing. I don't know anybody around here that does that. You know what I mean? So
I think you'd have to go to Charleston, Pops, right, for the genteel.
No, man, that don't really happen here either, honestly. I mean, there's
I
no.
don't believe that. I just don't believe. I'm gonna have to go check some of those. What they call those houses with the porch. Kind of. What do they call it?
No, no, Rosie, come on. I'll show you, man.
All
We
right.
don't really,
Okay,
they
Bob.
do.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, here's the thing. Research 2 Meeting Street Inn. My mom used to be an innkeeper there for years and years, and that's a famous inn, and that's right on the Battery. That's as downtown Charleston you can get. And they had tea time every day. They had to serve. She had to serve tea to the guests, and they didn't do tea like they do. You know, it was either iced tea, sweet iced tea, maybe a little mint in it or something like that. There was no tea time or anything. But
Interesting.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt this program. I need a moment of silence.
Oh
I'm out of fucking tea, mother.
Oh man. I think you were gonna fart or something for.
I
maybe
gotta
they have to
this
drink beer now.
bullshit.
Oh, I love Ultra. Ooh,
I gotta drink this shit.
that's my favorite beer now, but I don't have any.
It's a shame Midas.
You know what? We need more money going to TR so he can support us over their habits.
Oh man, he's got a field day tonight. Come on, huh? Woo!
Cheers, I
You're
guess.
gonna have to stock up for the weekend because you might not be able to go to.
I'm going shooting tomorrow. I can't wait. Going 1,000 yards. Old Pops.
Yeah,
Well,
technically I should be able to drive up there, but I'm worried about the storm. So
1,000 yards. Shit.
1,000 yards.
TR, are you stocking up for the storm? You head out to the store tomorrow? You gotta get your bread, your
You can now.
Yeah, I'm off the next couple of days. I got to stock up on some beer.
Grab Rodney. He'll be in.
So, is your hurricane beer going to be in glasses or cans?
To what?
Is your hurricane beer going to be in glasses or cans?
Probably cans.
Cans, definitely cans.
TR is always out of a can.
Good move.
This is high class TR beer right here. Can bottle.
Now I do like this. Just happen to have one. I like these. I like the Oktoberfest. That's pretty good. The Sam Adams. I don't drink a lot of it, but I drink a little bit of it.
Like an ultra light. I like that.
These are actually pretty good.
They're really delicious for the.
Keeps my girlish figure.
I'm at them right now, but that's my go-to beer these days.
If you're going for a girlish figure, you need to drink a whole heck of a lot more of those, brother.
This?
Yeah.
I'm only drinking this to stay hydrated since I don't.
No. If you're going for the girlish figure, keep on drinking, man. Keep going.
Yeah, I got a ways to go for that shit.
Yep, you got to pile them in, dude.
Now, as far as me preparing for the hurricane, I mean, literally, I got plenty of food and water. I mean, if the power goes out, yeah, it suck. But I mean, I got ways to power up a little bit of stuff. I still got my solar shit. I don't have it on right now, but I can just, well, once it hits, it wouldn't do me any good. But anyway, yeah, I just stock up on some beer and liquor, and I'm good to go.
TR, did you just say you're going to power up your solar during a hurricane? Doesn't the
That's
sun?
why I had to catch myself. I said, once it hits, it wouldn't do me any good.
Oh, there we go, Pops. Hey, we're on some beer, isn't it? Nice.
Hey.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
I was really surprised how good that beer tasted, that Ultra.
It's not bad. Coors Original's a little better.
But you like your water. Rick likes his water.
I just didn't want you to feel lonely.
Oh, God.
God, you guys are killing me.
This is my wife's beer. So
this compared to what you guys are drinking is a stout.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, jackass. There you go.
No, I don't drink
I
tar.
did have a Guinness stout.
Yeah, nobody drinks cold coffee right there. That's what that is.
Get you a real beer.
I don't even like beer.
Casey Mays.
Literally.
What? I'd rather have a whiskey.
Oh, he just grabbed the pussy.
I grabbed a pussy.
and he's not racist
Come up with
either
a
because
maniac
it's black
like
and
that?
white.
What the fuck did you do?
This is a stray that was on my back porch a couple weeks ago, and I left. He was just friendly as hell. I left the door open. He come in the house and he ain't left yet.
What do you call him? Michael Jackson? What's his name?
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Okay.
I decided I was just Oscar coming to mind. I mean, he's a tomcat, but he's
Oscar's not a gun name. It needs to be Remington or Dylan or
I was gonna say
Oscar or
Chester. Yeah.
He's not a boxer.
You need to rename that bitch.
Yeah.
Colt. Name that cat Colt.
That is going to be a future question for a giveaway prize. What was TR's cat's name on the 9/11?
The name of his pussy.
Wow, he is friendly. Holy shit.
And he's a tomcat. It's like a Rottweiler of a cat. I mean, he's just like fucking solid.
That little son bitch got pissed that you weren't petting him and like grabbed your hand and was like, nope, you pet me.
Yeah, that cat, if it's black or white, it's a male. If it's got any orange on it at all, it's a female. That's just the way they work.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, it's true. If it has three colors on it, it's a female. If it's black or white, it's a male.
I did not know that.
That's an absolute fact, 100% fact.
Lift up the tail. We have to know.
No, I grew up with a cat as a cat mama. One of my cat mamas. So.
Blue, you're the acting chief. You shouldn't have to see the evidence. You should be able to judge the evidence.
Well, trust me. I mean, for a cat, you know, they make fun of cat. I didn't know if it was a boy or a female or male myself for several days, and he was messing around at the floor, and I seen his balls hanging out, and I was like, okay, it's a boy. Yeah,
it's a male. Like I said, black or white, it's a male.
Southern style. That's good.
That's always a good sign, TR.
Yeah, you got Southern style.
I would go with that, TR, over Pop's idea, the whole color scheme thing. Like,
No,
if I see a sack hanging out, I'm going to go with the
racist.
No, Google it.
It has 14 colors.
I believe you, Rob.
No, it's 100% fact, man.
You should do a video on it.
I'm not doing a video on that.
Rob, who the fuck is hanging out over your shoulder?
It's going to be funnier in your Starbucks video. That's for
my
sure.
lamp. My lamp is right there.
Does it have one color or two?
No, it's a male. It's only got one.
I meant Rick,
It's not racist, man. Not like Rick is your six covered.
Yeah, I keep saying Rob for Rick and Rick for Rob.
This is some
3 fucking years, but I still can't get it fucking right.
Don't worry about
that's what happens. You're a chief now.
Yeah, it happens.
Shit happens. It's all good.
We do have a question out there for you, TR. Have you got another LRA yet or no?
No chickens yet. I may wait till next spring to do that.
Can't blame you there.
Are you, just out of curiosity, I figure you probably are, but are you building up the area to make sure that none of that shit happens again?
I'm going to tear down the entire pen and rebuild it, and I'm going to use, some people call it something else. I don't know what the
hardware cloth.
Hardware cloth. I call it hogwire.
It's okay.
And cover that with chicken wire.
Hogwire. Yeah.
Oh, hogwash.
Giggity.
Yes, I got a litter box for the cat. I'm not letting it just shit and piss all the time.
Nice.
All right, TR, have you taken all that corn down?
Good, Daniel.
The corn went so far and it just stopped. And Tool Monkey, it took off and it looked like it was going to be a awesome, crop. It didn't do shit either. So both of us failed.
My bell peppers are just starting to look like bell peppers.
Thank God Walmart's still open.
Won't be anything in there, Pops. Just a heads up.
Well, I've learned enough about farming that there's a few things I can grow with my limited sunlight, and it's not. I mean, like I can grow like green beans, peas. I do decent with. I can't do tomatoes, corn, cucumbers. So peppers okay.
You should do spinach.
Potatoes.
Potatoes, I hadn't done it right. I can grow potatoes. Yeah.
I've learned one thing. I mean, this is my 3rd year, but I can make one heck of a wildlife food plot.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Talking to Walmart, Daniel, I got another one I got to go hit up, and I might have a score, and you'll owe me $20.
Send me the number.
What is somebody looking for some intel? What's going on?
No. I have the intel.
Oh, okay. Good for you. Done.
I have the intel. I'm just telling Daniel he might owe me $20.
But
Well,
a lot of people get back to the chicken things. A lot of people are surprised that I tell them that raccoons are chicken fucking killers. I mean, they're
Yes, turkey killers too.
yeah, raccoons are vicious. They are some chicken killing some. They love chicken.
And so are weasels. Weasels are bad. Have you ever had weasels?
Not that I know of.
God,
I don't like to eat raccoons, so I kill all of the raccoons that I can.
They look cute and all that, but those son of a bitches will kill chickens like a sport.
Yeah, I treat them like predators. I kill everyone I get my hands on, and I don't. You know, people might not agree with that, but I don't give a shit. If I don't eat it, it's just a nuisance. Kill it. Possums too. Kill the fuck out of them. I don't care.
Yeah, possums aren't as bad, but yeah, they will kill.
Pop's Possum Killer channel.
I kill everything. I don't give a shit. You know,
Put it on the wall.
Rick, you might have heard of these before, but nutria, they're like a big ass rat,
No, never heard of
giant
it.
ass rat. They're out west.
Like a New York,
Louisiana.
Texas rat, or a New York rat.
no, Louisiana.
Huge. They are a giant freaking rat, essentially, is what they are. I saw them out in Oregon when I was in Oregon. But I mean, giant ass rat, as big as my table.
it's like a possum, basically. You want to shoot them as well.
You shoot the shit out of them. You see them, you shoot them. They will kill everything in their midst.
I see how Pops has a cyclo just killing some shit.
No, no, seriously, they're nasty. And the minute you see them, they'll show their teeth and start growling.
In the swampy areas, gear grinding says.
You just take the gun and just pull the trigger.
No, but if you ever want to invite me to kill someone,
TR. I don't know if you're closing off or.
You headed out?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. So.
Okay, later. Thanks, Rosie, for coming back. It's great to see
I'm glad
you.
to be back. I'm glad you're going to continue. And if you feel burnt, maybe every other Tuesday or something might be something to consider.
I think I can do the Tuesday. Tuesday kind of works for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for welcoming me back, everybody, to the best side chat in the business. So, Blue, congratulations to you, I guess. You know, at this point in time, I guess the jury's out. Daniel, always a pleasure. Pop, stay safe. And
Hi, Rosie.
you too, Rick and Scott. You
thanks,
all.
Rosie.
TR, this looks like it's going to be a bad one, guys. So take it seriously, okay?
Well, stay safe.
Thanks.
Later.
Good one.
Good night.
Yeah, the bad thing about this hurricane, what we were talking about earlier, as far as, you know, roots giving up or whatever, right now, I am getting pounded with rain, and the hurricane ain't even here yet. I mean, it's pounding the shit out of my roof. So the ground's going to be soaked before the weekend gets here.
Yeah, but it'll have time to dry out because you're in Highland. So
well, yeah, hopefully. I hope.
I'm just trying to keep you positive, brother. It's going to be fine.
Oh, I ain't worried about it. Fuck it, you know.
I'm not worried either.
TR now has a full-time pussy at his house. He can cuddle up with that anytime.
That's a male.
He already got the pussy. Good to go.
Yeah, Sonia's asking me, you gonna get him fixed? I'm like, nah, he's a boy. He ain't gonna have kittens. I ain't worried about him.
You definitely should have it fixed. I mean, that's just.
What is it? To be honest, he hadn't even really wanted to go outside much, even though he was an outside cat.
It only takes once, man. It only takes once.
If he gets
Which ones are the ones that spray?
Shit.
All the male cats are the ones that get the girls pregnant. So.
No, which ones are the ones that spray like piss all over the place?
That's
like,
the males. The males.
Oh, fucking shoot it in the face.
Yeah, the unfixed males. You cut the fucking wiener off. Be done with it.
Fuck that. You can do that right now, TR live.
Fucking cut the nutsack out of that bitch.
Yeah. Here we go, people. 12 gauge. Boom!
That might be like a Dirt Road's grip it or rip it fucking video. You never know.
Now this is going to be another tool monkey and TR surgery in the shop.
That's exactly. If we see TR show up at the shop with a cat, we know something bad's about to happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
How to neuter a pussy on YouTube.
Seriously, look up. I don't know if you guys have them in your area, but it's called like Precious Paws. I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but look that up in your area. They do spade, neutering, and all that other stuff for like $30, and that's just to control the population. And that'll
they let you video it. If you don't let you video it, it ain't gonna work. He's got to video it. It's all about him getting views.
I don't really know if we want to watch that, but I feel you.
I'm just gonna let him be. He's a free cat. I'm not messing. Every cat I've ever had, I had neutered and declawed and all that shit.
Yeah.
And this time, I'm like, no, fuck it. You just do whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck. Now, if he does start spraying and fucking up the house, I may have to do something. But until then,
when you do it, use the 45 long Colt. It's quick.
Make it good, man. Lever action. Boom, right there. Boom.
I mean, it ain't like you got to worry about missing or like. You
get the backup shot if you need it.
Yeah, it's all good.
School Monkey did tell me that a 9mm 100 with a 147 grain bullet will blow a squirrel slam in half.
All right, I believe that.
I can believe that for sure. Hell yeah.
He's got a pecan tree, so the squirrels are always on point trying to get all his pecans, and so he's on a squirrel killing mission.
I wonder what an 180 grain 40 cal bullet would do.
It'll just disappear.
I can't shoot him in my backyard because we're in the city here, but it'd be kind of. And there's no squirrels at the farm. The predator birds out there are so efficient. There's literally nothing. There's no rats. There's no squirrels. There's no nothing. I mean, they're DOA.
There's turkey and deer. That's it.
That's it. If you walk on 4 legs or 2, you can live.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up and end the chat. Guys, hang out just for a few minutes. I'm gonna let everybody do an outro. Unless there's something else, if there's anything else you want to bring up for whatever reason, you can do that while you're doing the outro. But I'm going to start with Blue. Good to see you again, brother.
Thanks for the invite tonight. It's been a couple weeks, but definitely good to get back into the flow of things. And if you keep doing this on Tuesdays, I should be available from here on out. So, good side.
Can you make your own schedule now, Blue?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it comes down to.
That's what I thought.
Ain't shit, fuckers. I'm off.
Giggity.
All right, good. Daniel, would you like to do an outro?
Hey, nice seeing you back. Last week I was crushed. I was lonely. I didn't have anything to do, and I hid in a corner and sucked my thumb. And I'm glad that you're back.
Good plan.
Okay, give me a second. All right. Who's next? Pops Quest. Thank you, sir, for being on here. I know it, like I said, Tuesday's a bad night for most people, so I get it.
Hey, you can thank Hurricane Florence for my appearance on this fucking chat. I ain't got to work tomorrow, and it's been fun hanging out with you guys. Maybe I'll just maybe on Tuesdays I'll come in for the first hour. How about that?
Hey, that's fine.
Because
If
I
you-
can't.
you wanna
Maybe
do that,
you know what? I always feel like if I commit, I got to stay for 2 hours. But
Mhm.
you know, the first hour, maybe that's my bag. So appreciate you having me, and maybe that'll be my thing going forward. So
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, thank you.
Rick, is your six covered? I gotta say it the right way because it's such a habit of saying that.
I love that. Red October definitely appreciates that. I don't think he's here tonight, but do love hearing that. Thanks again, TR. Appreciate it. Thank all you guys out there for watching, having fun with us. And get your ass over and subscribe to me because I want to at least, more than 5 subscribers. So make it happen.
Yeah, Sub Rick, is your six covered? Great channel. He actually has way better content than some of the rest of us. He may actually teach you something.
Probably not. I will be shooting long range tomorrow. So Rob Pop's Quest.
I will be watching that, and I'm debating whether I can scoot. So just
Hey, we're leaving at 7:30 in the morning. Should be there right around.
Listen, I've already done the math. Just
8:45.
don't expect me, but just quit fucking talking.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and Rob's going to miss it. Thanks,
The Crazy Scotsman, would you like to do an outro?
I appreciate the link, brother. It's always good to be here. That's all I really got, guys. Just remember today at 9/11, and remember the positive. Don't think about the negative. Remember the positive. All the people that stood up and said, "We will not stand for this. We stand together. This is America, and that's what we do. Stand for the positive. Stand for the flag. Stand for the fucking anthem."
Amen. I agree with that. And with that, we're going to close this out, and we'll see you next week. And thanks, everybody, for joining. For the people that popped in, I do appreciate it. And we'll do it again next week.
See ya.
Later.